Good morning, everyone. This is Eric Lofholm. I want to welcome all of you to our morning sales boost Monday morning, coming to you live. This is not AI. It's Monday, August 10th in my home office in Rockland, California. Thrilled to be with extraordinary you on this beautiful Monday morning. I always like to call the Mondays Clean Slate Monday because it's an opportunity, if you had a challenging week last week, to just let it go. If you had a challenging weekend, you can just let it go. If you had a not so good start to your morning, got a text that wasn't great, or an email, or something you saw online, you can just let it go. This could be the greatest week of your entire career. You're one idea away from a breakthrough. You're one decision away from a breakthrough. You're one strategy away from a breakthrough. You're one yes away from a breakthrough. Expect a miracle. Speaking of miracles, ask yourself the question today: what could I do to create a sales miracle? Now, I want to share with you a couple of recent coaching calls that I've had. And there's some really great lessons, money making lessons in these stories. And the first one is a client who on the call said, boiled down to, I want to sell people into a workshop, a virtual workshop. And I said, okay, what do you have in mind? It's going to be a half day. It's charging $199. I want 20 people to buy the workshop. So this is a common thing. You come on a coaching call, somebody tells you what they want to do. And so where I went with him was, well, why do you want to do that? Well, I need to generate $5,000 or more a month in my business. Now, your number might be 50,000. Your number might be 500,000. Your number might be 5 million. His number was 5,000. The number doesn't matter. So I'm going underneath what is it that he's really trying to do? He's trying to bring in 5 grand. So the question is his way the best way to do it? And my answer, after I asked him some more questions, was no. I said to him, do you have a pool of people who already know who you are that you can sell this course to? And he said, no. Now, I have a pool of people. I have thousands of people that I've generated through the years, people just like yourself. So I could go to my database and say, hey, I've got this thing. It's for 20 people and it's $199. And who wants to do it? We could probably sell it out. But he doesn't have that. So what I said to him was, if you want to generate $5,000, we need to look at the strategy that's going to align with what are the tools that you have. In order to sell somebody anything, you have to have a certain amount of rapport and relationship. And the price point, the product you're offering influences how much relationship is required. So the Girl Scouts selling Girl Scout cookies, they get us meet you in front of the grocery store and would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies? And you say yes, right? We don't need to take them through a process. And the example that I regularly use is the process that I took my wife through in order for her to become my wife. And the first step, I met her on a dating app. And so the first step was getting her attention on the dating app. And then from there was getting her to engage with me through a direct message. And then it was communicating through cell phone and getting her name. And then it was meeting in person. And there was this whole process that we went through. Well, business mirrors that process. So when you want to sell to somebody, you want to enter their world and view their experience from their perspective. And this is one of the most valuable lessons I could ever share with you. is we have to create the script or the talk track or the strategy or the approach from where is this person at? So I'm going to shift gears, take you another coaching call that I had. So this also was a group Zoom. The person wanted to do a free group Zoom, and they were going to teach a method. Now I'm going to make it up because I don't want to give away any confidential information regarding my client, but the essence of it, what we're going to call it the Apple method. That's not what it was, but if I told you the method, you'd be like, oh yeah, I know who that is. Okay, so they wanted to teach the Apple method and do a group Zoom, and they were going to promote the group Zoom to an already existing network. That's kind of an abstract idea, but basically you find somebody who has your target market, like when Starbucks went to Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble had Starbucks target market. All the customers walking into the Barnes and Noble every day. And Barnes and Noble said to Starbucks, or Starbucks said to Barnes and Noble, can we put a Starbucks in the corner of your store? And then the customers that buy the coffee, and this is how you're going to benefit. Every cup of coffee will give you half or whatever the arrangement was. And so Starbucks strategically finds already existing networks. So my client, I'm going to make up her name, Barbara, found an already existing network to promote her group Zoom to. And so she's like, okay, I want to promote this group Zoom to this network. And so the title of the group Zoom was Intro to the Apple Method. And I told her that's not a good title. And the reason why is they don't know what the Apple Method is. So an intro would be appropriate. However, nobody cares. No one cares about the Apple Method. People care about what matters to them. So she's selling to real estate agents. So I advised her to do a Zoom on how to do an additional real estate transaction per month. That's the essence of the Zoom. Because that's what real estate agents want. They want to do whatever they're doing plus one. A lot of them want that result. Some want more, some want less, but they're going to resonate with that type of an offer. How to do an extra real estate transaction per month. I'm doing a group Zoom in the very near future it's for coaches. So if any of you are coaches, how to get 10 extra clients in the next 90 days. So if you're a coach and you want the invite to that Zoom, message me and I'll give you the invite. It's a free Zoom on how to get 10 clients in the next 90 days. So that speaks into the listening of a coach. So when you're marketing, you're doing a social media post, you're doing a group Zoom, you're prospecting, you're saying to somebody, hey, I'd like to meet with you and talk to you about X. The X needs to speak into their listening. So what Chris, who's on our call, Chris Egan, Chris did a training for our community recently, which was phenomenal, by the way. Chris trains once a month for us on wealth tips. And he was talking about money having more than one job. So with the mortgage, when I make my mortgage payment, what do I get out of it? I get shelter, I get housing, but I also get loan pay down. So the money does more than one job. It gives me housing, it gives me loan pay down. As the loan gets paid down, I can re-borrow that money. It's another job. I get in some months I get appreciation on the property. I get peace of mind. So all of those things happen when I make my mortgage payment. So a group Zoom, one of the reasons I'm so passionate about group Zoom, and you guys are on a group Zoom with me right now, one of the reasons I'm so passionate about group Zoom is because of all the jobs it does. So I'm telling my client, Barbara, you do the group Zoom on how the real estate agents can do an extra transaction. And now you have something attractive to prospect. You can invite people to this really great group Zoom, better than the intro to the Apple method. By the way, her entire career, if she takes action on what I taught her on this call, will change her life. That's what's wild, guys, about this information. What I'm teaching you on this call today, what we cover on Morning Sales Boost, my books, my modules, the seminars, the coaching, whatever, all these different ways I teach. Sometimes your whole career can pivot on one conversation. So I said, look, you got this really awesome thing you invite to now. When they register, you get their contact information. When they show up to your, this is an example of money having more than one job. A group Zoom does a lot of jobs. Okay, they become more familiar with you, which increases the likelihood they're going to buy. You can make an offer on the group Zoom. You can follow up with all the people that didn't buy, and then you can stay in contact and make other offers. And all that occurs out of a group Zoom with a CRM. You need a CRM to fully execute what I just taught you. A lot of selling has to do with business strategy. It's not just charisma, delivering an effective presentation, closing skills. It's also business strategy. So the core idea, which is applicable to all of you, whether you do group Zoom or not, the core idea that I'm landing today with you, that I'm at least trying to land with you, is you've got to enter into the world of the other person. The person you're selling to. So if you go to a networking event, right, and you might be nervous before the networking event and whatever's going on in your head because you're thinking about yourself, which is fine. But when you go to the networking event, it's not about you, it's about the people at the networking event. It's about entering into their world and connecting with them. Speaking into their listening. That's a very profound idea. Speak into their listening. With your email subject lines, with the titles of your group Zooms, with the way you're prospecting somebody to get a one-on-one sales call, the way that you're following up with somebody. This is why you need to let deals breathe and not be like on top of a person when you're following up. Because nobody wants to feel like you're on top of them, like constantly on them. Nobody wants that. So we don't want to do that. We want to be mindful of that. I closed a deal this morning. The person hasn't paid yet, but they verbally said that they'll pay. And it's a deal I've been working on for 6 weeks. And it's taken 6 weeks to get to this point where today was the day where he's ready to buy. But I can't speed it up. It's like a baby being born. It takes 9 months for the baby to be born. You can't have the baby be born in 6 months. It takes as long as it takes. So you want to be present to when you're communicating with people, to connect with them and speak into their listening. So that's going to wrap our call today, guys. We're going to do it again tomorrow. Take today through the finish line with a great attitude. All the ideas I'm sharing with you are going into your subconscious mind. And each idea you're getting a little bit better, a little bit better. And those little bit betters, they end up ultimately creating a breakthrough. Thank you for the emojis. Vicky, have a great day. Thanks for joining. Urban, have a great day today. Tony, thanks for showing up today. Thomas, thanks for showing up today. Steve, you're this close to a major breakthrough, Steve. Your entire life, Steve. One of these calls, Steve, it's just going to click. And it might already have clicked, but it's just going to click for you. You're a very bright individual, and you can help these hospitals and other especially in the medical field. And that click's going to happen. Everything's going to change for you. Stacia, thanks for joining. Rose, great to have you in class today. Roger, thanks for joining. Rick, thanks for showing up. Hope you come back. Renate, thank you for showing up today. Michelle, thanks for being here. Okan, great to have you. Marie, thanks for joining. Marie, you have greatness inside of you. Marcus, thanks for showing up today. Lynn, great to have you in class today. Lisa, thanks for joining. Lakeitha, I believe in you. Thank you for showing up today. Kim, thanks for sending over your priorities this morning. Keith, great to have you. Karen, thanks for joining today. Julie, great to see you. Joseph, thanks for joining. Joe, great to have you in class today. Joe, thank you for encouraging me. Joanne, thanks for joining today. Jerry, great to see you. Jeffrey, thanks for joining. Janine, keep up the great work. Jacques, thanks for joining today. Yvonne, thanks for joining today. Isvan, great to see you. Hale, thank you for joining. Greg, great to have you in class. Gina, thank you for joining. Frank, great to have you today. Eric, great to see you. Thanks for joining. Ed, great to have you today. Diana, thanks for joining. Diane, great to see you. Dennis, great to have you in class. Dave, thanks for joining. Chris, great to have you here today. Kathy, thanks for joining today. Carol, thanks for joining. Ashley, great to see you. That's going to wrap our call. Let's have a great, successful, productive day. Taking today through the finish line with a great attitude, with great energy. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.